The office door slammed shut behind me as I stumbled in, my heart pounding like a drum in my chest. There she was, Nicole, standing by the window with her arms crossed, her blue eyes locking onto mine like lasers. "Nevaeh, cut the act," she said, her voice low and steady. "I've known from day one that your little naive routine was just a ploy to get close to me." I froze, my carefully crafted facade crumbling in an instant. How could she have seen through me so quickly? I'd spent weeks perfecting this persona, the wide-eyed new hire, fumbling with coffee orders and asking innocent questions about company policies, all to break through her icy exterior. But now, exposed under the fluorescent lights of our New York City marketing firm, I felt naked, vulnerable, like a fraud unmasked at the worst possible moment. My mind raced back to how it all started. I joined Apex Creative 3 months ago, fresh out of a stifling small-town life in Ohio where my conservative family had mapped out my future. Marry a nice man, settle down, produce grandkids. But I'd always known that wasn't me. Deep down, I'd harbored feelings for women since high school, buried under layers of denial and fear. Nicole was the first person who made me want to risk everything. She was the senior strategist everyone admired but few approached. Poised, brilliant, unapologetically out as a lesbian in a world that still whispered behind her back. I thought if I played the innocent card, I could ease into her orbit without scaring her off or revealing my own turmoil. But as I stood there, her words echoing in my head, I realized my plan had backfired spectacularly. "Why?" I whispered, my voice barely audible. "Why didn't you call me out sooner?" Nicole uncrossed her arms, stepping closer, her presence filling the room. "Because I wanted to see how far you'd go. And honestly, it was amusing at first. But now? It's just sad." Her tone wasn't cruel, but it cut deep, stirring a storm inside me. Sad? Was that all I was to her? A pathetic attempt at seduction? I thought about my family's expectations, the letters from my mother urging me to date that nice boy from church back home. If they knew about this, about me chasing a woman, they'd disown me in a heartbeat. Yet here I was, risking it all for someone who saw me as a joke. I swallowed hard, forcing myself to meet her gaze. "It wasn't a joke. I admire you. More than that. I didn't know how else to approach you." My inner voice screamed at me to stop, to run, but another part, the one tired of hiding, pushed me forward. What if this was my chance to be real? But the fear gnawed at me. What if authenticity cost me everything? Nicole sighed, leaning against her desk. "Admire? Or obsess? You've been watching me, Nevaeh. Asking questions that have nothing to do with work. Pretending to bump into me at lunch. It's not cute. It's manipulative." Her words hit like punches, each one forcing me to confront the desperation I'd let consume me. I hadn't meant to manipulate. I was just scared. Scared of rejection, of society's judgmental stares, of my own family's disapproval. In Ohio, being gay was something whispered about neighbors, not embraced in your own daughter. Moving to New York was supposed to be my escape, but old habits died hard. "Tell me the truth," she continued, her voice softening just a fraction. "Why me? There are plenty of out women in this city. Why target the cold colleague everyone warns you about?" I hesitated, my thoughts swirling. The truth was, Nicole represented everything I wanted to be. Confident, open, unafraid. Seeing her navigate meetings with sharp wit, handling clients who subtly discriminated against her orientation without flinching, it inspired me. But it also terrified me because it highlighted my own cowardice. "Because you're real," I admitted finally. "You don't hide. And I've been hiding my whole life." She raised an eyebrow, studying me. For a moment I saw a flicker of something, pity? Interest? It vanished quickly. "Hiding is a choice, Nevaeh. But lying to get what you want? That's a betrayal waiting to happen." Her words lingered, heavy with implication. Betrayal. Was that what I'd done? In my quest to win her over, had I betrayed myself first? As the day wore on, I buried myself in work, avoiding her eyes across the open-plan office. But inside, the conflict raged. Part of me wanted to apologize, to start over honestly. Another part whispered to double down, to prove I wasn't the fraud she thought. Lunch came and I found myself at the deli down the street, ordering my usual salad, my mind replaying our confrontation. What if she told HR? What if word got back to my family through some twisted grapevine? My phone buzzed, a text from my sister. Mom's asking when you're coming home. She misses you. Guilt twisted in my gut. They thought I was thriving in the big city, not unraveling over a woman. Back at the office, I caught Nicole in a heated discussion with our boss, defending a campaign idea that pushed boundaries on inclusivity. She was fierce, unyielding, and it only deepened my attraction. But now, with my deception exposed, every glance felt loaded. By evening, as colleagues filed out, I lingered, hoping for another chance to talk. She was still at her desk, typing furiously. Nicole, I started, approaching cautiously. Can we talk? Really talk? She looked up, exhaustion etching her features. Fine. But no more games. We ended up in a nearby coffee shop, the kind with exposed brick and overpriced lattes. As we sat, I poured out my story, the repressive upbringing, the secret crushes, the move to New York as a desperate bid for freedom. She listened, her expression unreadable. I get it, she said eventually. I've been there. Coming out to my family was hell. They still don't fully accept it. Her vulnerability surprised me. For the first time, I saw cracks in her armor. Maybe she wasn't as cold as everyone thought. As we talked, the tension eased, replaced by a tentative connection. But doubt lingered in my mind. Was this real or just pity? And what price would I pay if it went further? That night, alone in my tiny apartment, I stared at the ceiling, thoughts churning. Pursuing Nicole meant confronting everything I'd run from. Family disapproval, societal whispers, my own moral compass that screamed deception was wrong. Yet the pull was undeniable. Little did I know this was just the beginning of a spiral that would test every boundary I had. The next morning, I walked into the office with a mix of dread and determination. Nicole's desk was empty. She was in an early meeting. I settled at my station, trying to focus on spreadsheets, but my mind wandered to our conversation. She'd shared about her family's rejection, how her parents in Texas still prayed for her to find the right path. It mirrored my own fears, making me feel less alone, yet more entangled. Was this budding friendship, or whatever it was, worth the risk? By noon she returned, nodding curtly as she passed. No smile, no acknowledgement of last night. My stomach nodded. Had I misread her? I buried the anxiety, channeling it into work. But when a team project paired us together on a diversity campaign, avoidance became impossible. We need to brainstorm, she said flatly during our first session. Ideas. I suggested incorporating real stories from LGBTQ employees, drawing from our talk. She paused, then nodded. Bold, but authentic. I like it. For the first time, her approval felt genuine, not laced with suspicion. As we worked late that evening, the office emptying around us, conversation flowed. She opened up more. About past relationships wrecked by partners who couldn't handle her intensity. About fighting workplace biases that sidelined her promotions. People see me as cold because I don't sugarcoat, she confessed. But it's survival. Her words resonated. I'd sugarcoated my whole life to survive. I envy that, I admitted. I've always played it safe. Inside, I wrestled with guilt over my initial deception. Should I apologize again? Or let it fade? As we wrapped up, she suggested grabbing dinner. To celebrate progress, she said. My heart leaped, but caution whispered, don't get ahead. At the Italian place around the corner, over pasta and wine, barriers crumbled further. She laughed at my stories of small-town mishaps, her eyes softening. You're not as naive as you pretended, she teased lightly. I winced internally. About that. I'm sorry. It was stupid. She waved it off. Water under the bridge. But next time, just be you. Be me. Easier said than done. Back home, a call from my mother shattered the evening's warmth. Nevaeh, honey, when are you bringing someone home? Your cousin's getting married next month. Her voice dripped with expectation. I mumbled excuses, hanging up with a heavy heart. Lying to her felt like betrayal, but truth? Unthinkable. What if she cut me off like Nicole's parents had threatened? The moral quandary gnawed. Was hiding ethical if it protected them from pain? Or was it just cowardice? Days blurred into weeks. Our collaboration deepened, spilling into personal time. Weekend walks in Central Park. Coffee runs that stretched into hours. Nicole's touch lingered. A hand on my arm, a brush of fingers. Attraction simmered, unspoken but electric. Yet doubt festered. Was she interested? Or just friendly? And if more, could I handle the fallout? Then came the office party. Dressed up, I spotted her across the room, stunning in a red dress. We danced, laughed, the alcohol loosening inhibitions. In a quiet corner she leaned in. Neve, I see you. The real you. Her breath on my skin sent shivers. But as our lips nearly met, panic surged. I pulled back. I can't. Not yet. Hurt flashed in her eyes. Why? Because of what people think. I fled to the bathroom, splashing water on my face. Inside, voices clashed. One urged me to embrace this, the other screamed warnings of family scorn, societal judgment. Emerging, I found her gone. The next day she was distant, professional. Let's keep it work only, she said curtly. Pain stabbed deep. Had I ruined it? In the following days, isolation hit hard. I confided in a friend, Sarah, who was openly bi. You're sabotaging yourself, she said. Fear's winning. But fear was rooted in reality. News of anti-LGBT bills in states like mine, stories of disowned kids. My inner turmoil peaked during a family video call. We're proud of you, Dad said. Proud of the lie I lived. Desperate, I texted Nicole. Can we talk? She agreed, meeting at her apartment. I'm scared, I blurted. Of losing everything. She nodded. I know. But hiding costs more. As we talked, vulnerability bridged the gap. She shared her own coming-out story. The arguments, the tears, the eventual fragile peace. Inspired, I kissed her impulsively. It was soft, tentative, but real. No deception. But joy was short-lived. The next morning, a colleague's whisper reached me. Saw you two leave together. Careful, office romance is frowned upon. Paranoia set in. What if rumors spread? What if my family found out? Nicole noticed my withdrawal. Don't pull away now, she pleaded. But I did, citing work stress. Inside I knew it was fear. The price of honesty felt too high. Weeks later, at a family wedding back home, the contrast hit. Cousins gushed over husbands while I dodged questions. Found anyone? Mom pressed. I lied, smiling through the ache. Returning to New York, I resolved to end it with Nicole before it deepened. But seeing her resolve wavered. We need to stop, I said anyway. Her face fell. Because you're not ready. Or because you're ashamed. Ashamed. The word stung, forcing self-reflection. Was I? Of her? Of us? The internal battle raged, setting the stage for greater conflicts ahead. The silence between Nicole and me grew deafening in the weeks that followed. At work we exchanged polite nods, but the warmth was gone, replaced by a chill that mirrored her old reputation. Inside I was a wreck, regret gnawing at me like a persistent ache. Why had I pushed her away? Fear, always fear. But now, isolation amplified it. My apartment felt emptier. Nights stretched longer with thoughts of what could have been. One evening, scrolling through social media, I stumbled on a post from an old high school friend. A rant against the gay agenda infiltrating society. Likes from family members dotted it. My stomach churned. This was the world I'd fled, yet it clung to me. How could I drag Nicole into that? She deserved someone unafraid, not a coward like me. Yet the moral dilemma twisted. Was protecting her from my baggage noble? Or just an excuse? At work, a new project forced interaction. During a meeting, our ideas clashed, mine safe, hers bold. Play it safe and we lose impact, she argued, eyes flashing. The team sided with her, leaving me humiliated. Later, alone in the break room, she confronted me. This isn't about the project. It's about us. You're right, I admitted. I panicked. My family. They'd never understand. Tears welled. She softened. Then fight for understanding. Or let fear win. Her words ignited something. A spark of defiance. That night I called my sister, testing waters. What if I liked women? Hypothetical, but her pause spoke volumes. Mom and Dad would freak. But I'd support you. Partial relief, but the bigger battle loomed. Emboldened, I invited Nicole over. I want to try, I said. We talked deep into the night. Boundaries blurring into affection. No rush, just connection. But as days turned intimate, holding hands in private, stolen kisses, guilt mounted. Was I using her as an experiment? The ethical tightrope wobbled. Then disaster struck. A colleague jealous of Nicole's rising star spread rumors. Nicole's seducing the new girl for leverage. Whispers turned to stares. Our boss called us in separately. Keep personal out of professional, he warned me. Panic surged. If this escalated my job, my independence could vanish. Nicole brushed it off. Let them talk. I've dealt with worse. But I couldn't. Inside, I imagined the rumor reaching Ohio, my parents' horror. In a moment of weakness, I distanced again. Maybe we slow down. Hurt etched her face. You're running. She was right. But running felt safer than facing the storm. That weekend, I visited a support group for LGBTQ individuals from conservative backgrounds. Stories mirrored mine, disownments, reconciliations, heartbreaks. One woman shared losing her family but gaining self-worth. The price is high, but freedom's worth it. Her words haunted me. Back with Nicole, I confessed my turmoil. I'm torn between you and them. She nodded. Choose yourself first. Wise but hard. As our relationship deepened despite hurdles, external pressures mounted. A family emergency called me home. Dad's minor heart scare. There, amid hospital visits, Mom cornered me. Something's off with you. Spill. I deflected, but lies weighed heavier. Returning, I found Nicole distant. I can't keep waiting, she said. This hot and cold is damaging. Pain lanced through me. Was I betraying her by hesitating? The internal conflict peaked during a heated argument. You act like I'm a secret shame, she yelled. Maybe I am. I shot back, regretting instantly. Silence followed, thick with unspoken wounds. She left, slamming the door. Alone, I crumbled, questioning every choice. Had deception at the start poisoned everything? Or was society's grip too strong? Days blurred in misery. Work suffered. Colleagues noticed. Sarah pulled me aside. Fix it before it's too late. Desperate, I planned a grand gesture. A public dinner, no hiding. But doubt crept. Was this for her, or to prove something? As I waited at the restaurant, she arrived, wary. What's this? A start, I said. We talked, mending fences. But midway my phone rang. Mom. We know about the rumors. Is it true? Shock froze me. How? A cousin in the city spying? I hung up, face pale. Nicole saw. Go deal with it. But dealing meant confrontation. Flying home, heart pounding, I faced them. Yes, I'm gay. And I'm seeing a woman. Dad's face reddened. Not under my roof. Mom cried. Arguments erupted, Bible quotes, tears, accusations of betrayal. You've shamed us, Dad thundered. I stood firm, but inside shattered. The price? Potential estrangement. Returning to New York exhausted, I found Nicole waiting. How'd it go? Bad. But necessary. We embraced, but shadows lingered. Had I lost my family for love? Was it worth it? The questions swirled, foreshadowing more trials. The fallout from my coming out rippled like aftershocks. Calls from relatives poured in, some supportive, most condemnatory. Praying for you, an aunt texted, laced with judgment. Dad stopped speaking. Mom's messages begged me to reconsider. Inside, I alternated between liberation and loss. Had I made the right choice? The moral ambiguity tormented. Honesty freed me, but at what cost to them? At work, rumors quieted, but tension simmered. Nicole and I navigated carefully, keeping professional boundaries. Privately, our bond strengthened, nights of deep talks, shared dreams. I'm proud of you, she whispered one evening. Warmth bloomed, but doubt whispered. Was this sustainable? Society's undercurrents, subtle discriminations, like clients avoiding Nicole, reminded me of battles ahead. Then a curveball. Nicole's ex, Jamie, reappeared. A charismatic lawyer, out and proud, she texted Nicole about catching up. Jealousy flared in me, irrational but potent. Just friends, Nicole assured. But when they met for coffee, insecurity gnawed. What if Jamie offered stability I couldn't? My family's rejection had left me raw, questioning my worth. Confronting Nicole later, voices rose. You're paranoid, she accused. Because you've pulled away before. Hurt words flew, exposing cracks. Maybe this was a mistake, she said finally. Panic gripped me. Had my hesitation invited this? The internal war raged. Trust her or protect myself. We reconciled, but seeds of distrust sprouted. Meanwhile, family drama escalated. My sister mediated, urging reconciliation. Give them time. But time felt like a luxury. At a low point, I considered retreating, ending things with Nicole to appease them. No, I told myself. That would be the ultimate betrayal of her, of me. A work trip to Chicago forced proximity. Away from prying eyes, we connected deeply. I love you, she confessed under city lights. Joy surged, but fear followed. Love meant commitment, vulnerability. Back home, Jamie's persistence tested us. She wants me back, Nicole admitted. But I choose you. Relief mixed with guilt. Had my drama pushed her toward temptation? Betrayal struck when I least expected. Scrolling Nicole's phone, a shameful act born of insecurity, I found messages. Jamie pushing, Nicole not fully shutting down. We had something real, Jamie wrote. Nicole's reply. We did. But now's complicated. Heart-shattering, I confronted her. How could you? Tears streamed. It was nothing. Just nostalgia. But doubt poisoned. Was she playing me like I tried to play her initially? The argument exploded. Accusations of hypocrisy, my deception revisited. You started this with lies, she yelled. And you're ending it with them? I countered. She stormed out. A lone reflection hit. My actions mirrored my fears. Insecurity bred betrayal. Was this the price of unresolved trauma? Days of radio silence followed. Work was hell, avoiding each other, productivity plummeting. Sarah advised, talk. Or lose her. Swallowing pride, I reached out. We met in the park, air thick with tension. I messed up, I admitted. Fear made me snoop. She nodded. And I should have been clearer with Jamie. Forgiveness came slowly, but with it, growth. We set boundaries, therapy suggested. But society intruded again. A company event featured a conservative client who made homophobic jokes. Nicole called him out, risking backlash. I stayed silent, shame burning. Later, she confronted. Why didn't you back me? I froze, I confessed. Inside, I knew lingering internalized bias held me back. The ethical quandary deepened. Stand up and risk? Or blend in and betray principles? Family reconciliation teased when Mom called. We miss you. Come home. Hope flickered. Visiting, tensions eased slightly. We don't understand, but we love you, Dad grumbled. Progress fragile. But back with Nicole, balance teetered. They'll never fully accept us, I worried. Then make your own family, she replied. As months passed, our relationship stabilized, but tests persisted. A promotion for Nicole sparked envy in me, irrational but real. You deserve it, I said, masking resentment. Inside I questioned, was I holding her back? The cumulative damage weighed. One night, in a vulnerable moment, I suggested a break. To figure myself out. Her eyes filled with tears. Don't do this. But I did, convinced it was selfless. Regret hit immediately. Alone again, I realized the pattern. Push-pull, damage repair. Was love supposed to hurt this much? Therapy sessions unpacked layers. Childhood repression, societal conditioning. You're sabotaging happiness, the therapist said. Truth stung. Reaching out to Nicole, I found her guarded. I can't keep paying the price for your indecision. Words like daggers. Had I lost her for good? The question loomed, leading to a final reckoning. The break stretched into weeks, each day a battle against regret. I threw myself into therapy, unpacking the debris of my past. Family expectations that chained me, societal norms that shamed me. You deserve love without apology, my therapist affirmed. But deserving and claiming were worlds apart. Nights brought dreams of Nicole, her laugh, her touch, amplifying the void. Had my vacillations been the ultimate betrayal? At work, we coexisted like strangers, polite exchanges masking pain. Colleagues sensed the shift, whispers resuming. One day, overhearing Nicole laugh with a new intern, jealousy twisted. Was she moving on? The thought crushed me. Inside, voices clashed. Fight for her or let go. Morality weighed. Pursuing now felt selfish after the hurt I'd caused. A turning point came via an unexpected ally, my sister visiting New York. You've changed, she observed. Braver. Over coffee I spilled everything. I love her, but I've damaged us. She hugged me. Then fix it. Life's too short for regrets. Inspired, I confronted family remnants. A video call with parents. Accept me or lose me. Tears flowed, but Dad softened. We'll try. Not perfect, but a start. Freedom tasted bittersweet. Emboldened, I planned to win Nicole back. But fate intervened. Jamie re-emerged, inviting Nicole to a gala. Social media photos showed them together, smiling. Heartbroken, I assumed the worst. She's moved on, I told Sarah. Or testing you, she countered. Doubt festered, leading to a rash decision. I texted Nicole, accusing her of betrayal. After everything? Her reply. You pushed me away. What did you expect? The exchange escalated into a face-to-face showdown at her apartment. I was scared. I yelled. And I paid the price, she retorted, voice breaking. Vulnerabilities poured out. Her fears of abandonment, my terror of loss. We both messed up, I admitted. In that raw moment, walls crumbled. We embraced, tears mingling. Let's try again. For real. Rebuilding was arduous. Therapy together unpacked patterns. My deception's roots in self-loathing, her guardedness from past hurts. Society's pressures, bills targeting LGBTQ rights, casual bigotry, tested resilience. But we fought, attending protests, building a support network. Family integration inched forward. Mom met Nicole via video, awkward but civil. She's nice, Mom conceded. Progress amid pain. Yet conflicts lingered. A work scandal erupted when a leaked email revealed bias against Nicole's orientation and promotion decisions. She fought back, suing subtly. I stood by her publicly, facing backlash. Traitor, a colleague muttered. The stand cost friendships but gained integrity. Inside, I reflected. Sacrifices defined us. Had they been worth it? As our love deepened, external threats mounted. A family reunion invited us both, a test. En route to Ohio, anxiety peaked. What if they reject you? I fretted. Then we leave, she said firmly. Arrival brought tension. Stares, whispers. Dad's handshake was stiff, Mom's hug tentative. Dinner devolved into debate, politics clashing with our reality. This isn't natural, an uncle sneered. Nicole defended eloquently, but I snapped. Love is love. Accept or not. Storming out, we drove away, bond stronger. Back in New York, reflection hit. We traded comfort for authenticity. But wounds scarred, lost connections, emotional tolls. One night, Nicole questioned. Was it all worth the pain? I pondered, heart heavy. Yes, for growth. No, for the hurt inflicted. Months later, stability settled. We moved in together, a quiet commitment. Work thrived. Family thawed slowly. But echoes of drama remained, moments of doubt, flashes of old fears. Society's evolution lagged, reminding us of ongoing fights. In the end, our story wasn't a fairy tale, but a testament to resilience. Through deception, betrayal, and awakening, we'd forged something real. Yet, the journey left marks, prompting eternal questions. Was sacrificing family ties for personal truth always the right choice?